Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my updated tech deck collection. So it's been quite a while since I've made my last tech deck video. I've gotten a lot of tech decks since that point, so I thought it'd be cool to show you guys what I have now. I'm going to try to be very brief and run through these with you guys, just because I have so many to get through. If you don't like tech deck, I still think it's pretty cool to look at them just because they all have very cool designs. And I'm going to get started by showing you some of my old boards. So the very first board that I have here, this is actually the first board that I ever bought. The other older boards that I have from when I was a kid, I actually just traded those and actually just got them from my friends when we used to have our little tech deck club. But this is the first board that I ever bought. So this is a blind skateboard. Has a very cool design. The Reaper is something that you see with all the blind skateboards or with most of them. So the Reaper is kind of doodled on here, supposed to look like a doodle. I have white wheels on this one. I just replaced them with another board that I got somewhere. I don't even remember at this point, but normally they're this typical beige looking color. So I have the white on here, and you'll notice that these are a little bit skinnier than the newer tech deck board. So here's a newer tech deck board. So the old ones are a lot skinnier. I would say that they're a little bit harder to play with. The new ones are definitely a lot easier to use. So this is just kind of what an old board looks like. And again, this is my first one. And then the next one we have here, this is a Dark Star board. So Dark Star typically has knights and it looks very gothic or has a very gothic look. This is probably my favorite type of board. I really liked Dark Star boards back then. I mean, I still like them now, but you can see with my other ones that I'm going to show you that I really did like them a lot. So we have this cool knight here, sort of in like sunlight or something, and then he's got a cool mace there. So very cool Dark Star board with the knight. And then the next one I have here, this is a birdhouse board. Nothing too special about the design of this one, just kind of like geometry shapes, and then it's kind of a white and blue. And then this next one, this is actually a Santa Cruz board. So it's got a cool Asian elephant, sort of looks comic book design or almost like a graphic novel in sort of the design of the board. And you can kind of see that they have the skater name there on the bottom. And then the next one I have here, another Dark Star board. So this one's pretty cool. You got all the knights lined up. It's kind of like they're in the sunset or like they're about to march and go fight. But a very cool board. This one I actually don't have the tape on it for just because I played with it so much. But like I said, Dark Star, one of my favorite. And then the last one, again, is the last Dark Star board I have for my older ones. So this one's kind of a blue and white, supposed to kind of look ghostly, I guess, or kind of spectral. And you got a cool knight, obviously, riding on a horse here. And I believe that's the name of the skater up there. And then you can kind of see the Dark Star logo, or the Dark Star, on the bottom of the board itself. And then so we'll go ahead and get into some of the newer boards. The ones I'm going to show you within the next few minutes are all going to be Santa Cruz boards. I don't want to repeat myself, so you'll just know that the ones coming up are going to be Santa Cruz. So this one I actually don't have trucks on. This I got on a multi-pack. I bought a few multi-packs by myself, but my friend actually bought me a lot of multi-packs for like my birthdays and stuff. So again, a lot of like the Santa Cruz ones will like come together. Again, a lot of the same skateboard companies will have multiple boards, but they don't have enough trucks to put on all the boards. So that's why some of them don't have any. But this is a cool Santa Cruz board. It's pretty simple. Just has the Santa Cruz logo in 3 different little sections there. But cool, like yellow, red, and black sort of look on this one. And then we have the hand with Santa Cruz. So this one is kind of cool. A fire look, kind of volcanic looking. And then we just have the typical wheels on this one. And then you can see the Santa Cruz logo there on the bottom as well. And then this next one I have here, this is a pretty cool shaped one. It's differently shaped than the other ones. But this is also a Santa Cruz board, obviously. But this one's kind of like an underwater sea looking thing, or kind of deep sea. So we got a lot of coral and stuff. Very neat looking board. I really like the blue on this one. And then the next one we have here, sort of a zombie hand, or severed zombie hand. Again, same hand for Santa Cruz. And then we kind of got like a cool like green like, I don't know what you want to call that, like a slime almost, through the back of the board, behind the zombie hand. And then you got this one too. So also kind of severed hands. Obviously this one has a lot. I guess you could say these are more like demon or like devil hands or something like that. But very cool. Got a cool blue back on it. And then you can kind of see the Santa Cruz logo on the bottom there. And then we got this one here. So this is like a raccoon in like a forest. Really like this picture. It's almost like you can see like stroke lines for each of like for the painting on the board itself. But very cool, obviously, little raccoon here. Very cool color sets. And then we got the Santa Cruz logo up there. This one's shaped like the other blue board I had just showed you, the deep water one. So that one's a little bit differently shaped than the typical ones are. And then this one we have here. This one I thought was really cool. I put the gold trucks on this one, and then the purple wheels. But pretty cool design. So we got kind of like a multi-faced looking guy. I would say it's pretty cosmic looking. Obviously, you kind of got like stars there, and then like the skateboarder name, and then the Santa Cruz logo there on the bottom. And then we got this one. So this one's kind of a severed mummy hand. Pretty cool, kind of a little bit gory looking, but cool black and white on the back there. And then obviously like cool, like nasty looking teeth and like the tongue. So very cool board on that one. And then this one, sort of like an outdoorsy kind of look. We got kind of a wood grain on the back here. And then we got some floral stuff, got some like rockiness here. And then obviously you got the two Santa Cruz logos here. And I guess, I don't know, I'm not sure what the Pro Series 21 is, but I guess it was Pro Series for 2021. And then the next one we have here, this one's pretty cute, but we got a dog. It looks like he went through the fridge. We got a lot of different things here in the fridge. We got some like pizza or something, or yeah, like pizza in like a bag, and then a bunch of stuff spilling over. A little bit gross looking, but the dog itself is pretty cute. But that is a Santa Cruz board. And then this next one we have here. This one's, I would say, kind of looks like a werewolf. But he's kind of like in a fire design here in the middle with the logo. I guess you can kind of say he's a panther too, but pretty cool. We got this cool, like very dark blue here on the back. This one, I think I did put the black wheels on. I don't think it originally came with that, but very cool board. And then this next one we have here. This one's got a cool, like lizardy sort of design. It's got like, it's scaly looking. But we got the skater name here, and then we got this like cool eye, sort of like a lizard opening its mouth or something like that. A very trippy looking board though, but very, very cool. And then the next one here, this one's pretty simple, just kind of a yellow, and then the typical Santa Cruz logo there, and the yellow and red. And then this next one, this one's pretty cute as well. So this one has a giraffe on it, and he's got a little bird there on top of his head. Kind of got some flowers around here, and then you got the Santa Cruz there on the steps with the giraffe like coming out of the door, I guess. And then I guess the back is supposed to be like, I don't know, like a wall or like flooring. It almost looks like flooring, to be honest with you, but that one's pretty cool too. And then this one we have here, another severed hand. So this one, again, more like a demon, I guess, but kind of cool. Looks like orange and blue. And then you got cool flames going through like the hand itself and then into the logos as well. So you can kind of see the Santa Cruz logo there on the bottom as well. And then we got this cool one. This one I believe I put trucks on as well with the pink trucks and then the red wheels itself. But this one's cool. It's got like an alien on it, kind of cartoony looking, which obviously goes with the logo as well. And then you kind of got this cool alien here on the bottom with a cat or something, or like a dog. I guess this one's Pro Series 21 as well, but a very cool board. So that is all for the Santa Cruz boards. Actually, no, one more. Sorry about that. So this is the last Santa Cruz board. So this one's also very trippy looking. But you got a dolphin here, like in a sea with other dolphins, with a skull And then this kind of like, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like meteors coming from space. So there's a lot going on in this one, but very, very neat looking. And then the next set of boards I have, these are all going to be blind skateboards. So I like blind skateboards as well. So that's why I got a lot of these, but a lot of these ones specifically, these came in a set, so you'll notice like the pattern or the sort of design looks very similar. So they kind of went with like a cartoon look or an old kind of cartoon look for these particular boards. So this one's kind of a yellow color. I believe I put the yellow wheels on this one as well. But you got the Grim Reaper here, so he's pretty cool. And then we have this one. We got the Grim Reaper kind of in a like a dual color green background, and then it looks like he tipped like a stool over in the back or something like that. He's looking like he's mischievous, but that one's pretty cool looking as well. And then we got this one here. This is like a cat on a fence here. Doesn't have the typical Grim Reaper here, but still very cool look on this one. And you can kind of see the blind logo there right below the trucks. And I think this one actually came with black wheels, if I'm not mistaken. And then we got this one. So I believe this one was actually from the Olympics from 2024. So this one, obviously, blind skateboard, you got a bunch of different flowers here with the Grim Reaper in the flowers. And I believe Papa, I think that is the skater's name. I'm not sure what the lettering says there, but very cool skateboard. And cool that it's from the Olympics. And we got this kind of just plain one. I guess it's not really plain in terms of the design, but it just says blind on it. But a very cool color scheme on this one. It kind of reminds me of like graffiti or something like that. But a very cool board for there. And then we got this one, Grim Reaper again, kind of supposed to be like a little kid, kind of like the other one where he tipped over the stool, but here he's on a rocking horse. And then just got a cool, or just got a white design here on the back, or like he's within like a box or something on a white background. And then here's one of those cartoon ones. So this one, he's got a baseball bat with barbed wire on it. Got some cool purple wheels here, which I believe I put on. And then in just the normal red background. And then we got this cool like cheetah print one, red like cheetah print here with the blind skateboard. And obviously it just says blind there. So that one's pretty simple. And then we have this one. So this one has the Reaper, he's like breaking out of the wall. This one's got a very bright yellow background. And then you can kind of see they got blind logo there, and I believe that's the skater name there on the bottom. So that one's pretty cool. It kind of like pops in your face. And then we got this one with the same kind of cartoon look. So this one, he's kind of hiding his scythe behind his back, but very cool. Put red red wheels on this one. And then this one, we got a black one, a black background with a bunch of tie-dye looking skulls here. Obviously, they're doing all different things. That guy kind of looks a little derpy, but pretty cool. You can see all the different designs of the skulls there. And then this one, also cartoony looking. I don't believe he has anything in his hand, but he's just kind of sticking out his tongue. And kind of got this, it's like an army green almost, or kind of like a faded out green looking color there. And then we got this plain white one here, just says blind. That one's pretty simple, not really much to say about that. Looks a little bit like graffiti though as well. We got this other cartoon one. He's got the scythe behind his back again on a cool purple background. Put the blue wheels on that one. And then we got this one, kind of looks like reggae or something, but you got the skull here just for this one, and then kind of like chains around his head on a white background. And then we got another one of those plain ones. So this one's kind of like it's got tears into it, but kind of sort of like the other one that we had seen that looks like this. So the one I said originally looked like graffiti, but that one's pretty cool looking. And then we got this one as well. So sort of like the other ones as well. This one's kind of cut into strips, but different, like, what do you call it? It's like bleeding in and out of color almost. So that's a pretty cool design on that one. And then the last one I have here, this one I did put pink trucks on, I believe, with the yellow wheels, but very simple design like the other ones. But this one, again, it does kind of pop at you, especially with this blue in the back of the board. So that is it for the blind skateboard. So then I'll go into the next set. So this is World Industries. So these typically have like this little like fire guy on them. So this one you can kind of see him doing the rock logo. Got the checkered background, the World Industries obviously, and he's just kind of standing there, but very cool checkered look on that one. And then we have this one. So here he's got like a flamethrower or something. Oh yeah, it is a flamethrower. You can see the flames on the side. But yeah, so he's kind of, you know, shooting his flames all over the place. But this one again is World Industries 2. And then the normal black background on that one as well. And then this one, he's actually getting sprayed this time by like another like water droplet. This one just says World on it, but obviously same company. This one's pretty funny looking. I like that one a lot. And then this one we have here, we got the water guy. He's doing the peace sign. Kind of looks like he's sweating a little bit, but he kind of got that same checkered look. And then obviously the logo there as well. And then this one, we got the fire guy again doing the thumbs up. You got a cool red background on that one. And then here we got a devil with his, what do you call it, like trident. So that one's pretty cool as well. This one also has a checkered background, so that one's pretty neat. And then the next one I'll go into, the next set I have, or the series I have, is Toy Machine. So this one I put silver trucks on with purple wheels. So this one's kind of like the eye, or just like the little alien, but you can just see his eye on this one. So that one's pretty neat looking. And then we have this one. So we got the alien here in full picture, but he's like sucking on somebody's head. But it says Blood Sucking Skateboard Company, and then the skater's name on there. So that one's pretty gross looking, or I guess he's kind of creepy looking. And then this one's actually a lot skinnier. I guess it's like a throwback board or something, or the style's a little bit different, but it's got these cool yellow wheels on it, and you can kind of see the alien skating down the road there. And then the next one I have here, we got another one where it says Blood Sucking Skateboard Company. So this one came in a set, much like the Santa Cruz one. So you got the little aliens, you know, I guess they're gonna like blood suck on the girl here, but pretty creepy looking board too. And then we have this one, pretty simple design, just says Toy Machine, black background, and then got some blood smear there on the side. And then the one we have here, we got like the alien kind of getting like abducted or something, or he's getting hit by like a laser. And then I think it says Anal Crusher on the top there. So that one's pretty neat. Very cool like light design on that one. And then we have this one, it says blood sucking like the other ones. This one, he's like sucking on like a girl's head, I guess, and she's wearing heart glasses. So that one's pretty neat as well. And then this one we have here, we got the alien, he's got some wings on him. Pretty cool like dotted, I guess you can't really tell, but it's kind of like dotted on the background there. So it's kind of giving it a cool textured look. And then we got another eye here. This one looks a little bit more angry. Yellow, obviously, kind of like a dark yellow. And then we got one of these, kind of looks like a voodoo doll. We got the skater name there, but very cool voodoo doll look on that one. And then we have this one, so it's got two knuckles, it says Toy Machine, and then kind of got like a green slime, I guess, look in the background of the knuckles. And then this one here, we got the alien, he's kind of at a campfire here. We got the skater name on the top, and then this one I believe is like a cross with Volcom, which I think the tape is a little bit different. Typically the tape just says Tech Deck, but since they did the cross, they did they did the Volcom tape deck. And then the next one we have here, kind of got like a guy wearing a hat, the alien hat, which like kind of turns into a skateboard. And same kind of got that same like slime green look there in the back with the skater name. And then we got the alien here. He looks a little bit sick this time. He's got his tongue sticking out, but cool contrast between the yellow and the green on the top there. And then we got this alien here for the next one with the yellow wheels. He's like shaving his head. He's got a tank top on, but pretty cool pink look on this one. I like that one a lot. That one's pretty funny. And then we got another alien one. This one's kind of gross too. It's supposed to be like his intestines and it's kind of coming out of his head. I guess it's supposed to look like poo or something, but that one's pretty gross looking. But it's definitely sticking with the aesthetic of like intestines, because the background of the board itself is like all pink. So the next one I have, I think these are Plan B boards. So we got I believe that's the skater's name that's going through there. But this one has a red panda on it. It's a little bit covered by the truck, so I don't know why they put it like, or I don't know why they designed it like this, but it is supposed to be a red panda. But very cool red background there on the side, or in the background. And then this one too is a Plan B. So we got the skater name, but we got a cool wolf here. Very dark looking board. You can almost barely see the wolf if you look at it in the right light, but very cool board. And then the next one I have here, we got purple trucks on this one, and then got these cool yellow wheels. This one kind of looks like a map. It says Aurelian. I'm not really sure what that means specifically, but I definitely like the look of this board. It's very neat. It's got, again, like a map look to it. And then the next one we have here, these are just miscellaneous boards at this point. Some of them, I don't know all the skateboard brands, but this one is an OG, I believe. So you got all these cool chameleons on the branch here. This one, again, like kind of pops at you. Definitely like the design of this one. It's pretty cute though. And then this one, I'm not sure if the skateboard brand is Revive Hill, but it says Revive Hill. And it's got a cool tie-dye look with this raven here on a skull. So that one's really neat looking. And then we got this one. We got a cool octopus here. I believe this one was like a Target exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. So it has this cool tape here on the front of the board. It says Tech Deck in like a different design. But a very cool octopus. Kind of looks cartoony as well. And then we got this one. It says Slappies. I guess this one kind of also looks like a graphic novel, or kind of like comic-ish. But it's got a pretty cool design here. I like that it kind of like fades in and out of the color with part of the board. And then the next one we have here, I'm not sure if this is just called Theories, but this is, I really like this one. We got like a robot here. He's like shooting his lasers. I'm not really sure like what the sayings say here, but I really like the robot design on this one. And then this one we got, I believe it's Baker skateboards. But we got like a bunch of kids like in like a Ring Around the Rosie or something like that. But it's kind of trippy. You got like mushrooms and stuff. Kind of looks like they're like doodles as well. And you got like that skull up there. And then we got this one. This is a Madness board, I believe. Very cool, like spiral look. And then you got the eyes here. Definitely a trippy looking board as well. And then we got this one. So I think this is a grizzly board. Just got a grizzly bear here, kind of like fading into the black of the background, and you can kind of see his claw coming out. And then we got this Zero board. So kind of, it's like an eagle or something, or some kind of bird. But I really like the pop of gold on this one. That looks really neat. And then this one, I believe this was like some kind of exclusive, but this is a Volcom board. Obviously it looks it's shaped like the Volcom, like diamond, or I don't know what the shape is. I guess it's supposed to be a diamond, but you can see the odd shape of the board, but pretty neat for a pickup. And then we got an Element board, pretty simple in terms of the design on this one. Just got like the Element logo here, and then in like a black and red. And then we got a flip skateboard. And I believe that's the skater name there on the bottom. But this one's supposed to be like Arctic, so it's got a cool, like, what do you call it? Like a North Pole look, I guess, with kind of the candy stripes. And then we got this one. I believe this is Crooked or Crooked or something. So this got this cool little like doodle eyes here, and got kind of like this like mustardy yellow here for the background of the board. And then we got a Dark Star board here, one of the only newer Dark Star boards I have. But you got this cool dragon here in the back. It sort of looks like my older one, with the same kind of orange look. But we got this cool knight here. It looks like he's got a dagger or something, or actually multiple daggers. But very cool board. And then we got this one. I'm not sure what this one's called, but it says Siamese. So you got like two little guys here on both sides. Pretty neat looking board. I really like the design of this one. Pretty neat what they did with it, or did with the design of this one. And I believe this one's actually a little bit smaller. It's shaped a little bit differently. I don't know if you guys can tell. And then we got Sovereign boards. These ones are really cool. I like the designs of these. They're I think they're usually just in this black and white color, but they usually have like animals on them. So you can kind of see the antlers here, and kind of got, I guess they're supposed to be like griffins or something, but very neat design on that one. And then I have another one from Sovereign as well. We got two rams fighting. We got two wolves there, and I guess those are supposed to be bucks or something. And then we got the cool red wheels on this one. And then we got a thank you board here. It's very cool tiki look on this one. I like the green and the red on this board particularly. But you can kind of see the thank you logo and then the skater name there. And then I have another thank you board. So this one has a bunch of fruits and vegetables here. It's supposed to be around like a salad bowl or something. I thought this one was pretty funny, but I do like the blue background on the board of that one. And then this one is a DGK board. This one I really do like. Has cool pink wheels, and then obviously you got the cool dragon here, and then it makes it like really pop with the background of the white. And then I have another DGK board here. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of Pac-Man in some ways, or like a retro game, kind of with the hearts here, the design they have. And then you kind of got this cool ghost here, but he kind of like pops against the background too. But a very cool design on that one. And then we have these ones. So these are the next two I'm going to show, or next two besides this one. These are chocolate boards. But you got the cool dog here, kind of just white and black here. But pretty neat design for this particular one. And then this one we have here, also a chocolate board. This one's supposed to be like a mic for a radio station or something. And then you got the lightning bolts going through. I really like the kind of the lightish blue on this. Very cool. And then the last chocolate board I have looks like a taxi. I believe that's the skater name up there. But kind of looks like he's just driving, but very cool little contrast between the taxi and the background there as well. And then next board I have is a Meow skateboard. So I believe this one's also from the Olympic Games from Paris 2024. It's got a cute cat eating a pizza, and then the skater name there on top, and then he's standing on a bunch of pizza boxes. And then the next one we have here is another Meow skateboard. So this one's pretty simple. It's got Meow, and then it has a cute little cat and the O there. But this one has some cool black wheels on it. And then the last boards, the last two I have I believe this is a primitive board. This one's pretty neat looking. I really enjoy the metallic shine on this one. But very cool like flower look on it. I believe it's supposed to be like flowers. Almost kind of reminds me of like cherry blossom, but very neat and very shiny, and it's got the cool red wheels to go with it. And then I believe this last one is also a primitive board. This one's very weird looking, but kind of reminds me of like a Chowder from like Cartoon Network. It's got like a cool cartoon design there, kind of going through the board. I got some guys fighting for like an apple or something. Pretty weird design, but very cool board in general. So that was everything for my tech deck collection. I know it was a little bit long, but let me guys know what was your favorite. Let me know if you want to see more tech deck in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you guys.